Guys, it's Quana. Hope you guys are doing awesome. Welcome to Messy Movie Mondays. All right, so hopefully I am on time to the party and that you can hear me okay. Tonight we are going to be watching Prom Night. And I guess I should fully intro because it is spooky season. So welcome to our spooky season edition of Messy Movie Mondays. This month we are mixing the messy with the scary and the spooky, and probably going to crap my pants tonight, figuratively, not literally, because we are watching Prom Night with the OG Scream Queen herself, Jaime Lee Curtis. And this is surprisingly a film that I have never seen. I went through a stint in my youth where every Thanksgiving we would binge watch scary movies. And so I have seen everything under the sun from Ice Cream Man to all of the Halloweens and all of the Freddy Kruegers, Nightmare on Elm Streets, all of those things. But I've never actually seen Prom Night. So as I was perusing what videos were readily available and free for everyone, I was like, oh, I have heard of Prom Night, aware of Prom Night, but never actually have seen Prom Night. So thank you for coming to the watch party. And if you are here on the replay, thank you for joining me anyway. You are hopefully going to get a lot of laughs at my expense as I try not to crap my pants as we watch Prom Night. So if you're watching this for the replay and you have never attended a watch party before, how this works is we're going to queue up the movies on our own individual devices, and the clock will hopefully keep us pretty well in sync. I'm going to be watching this available on Amazon Prime Video. I find that Amazon does a really good job of placing their ads in the video in advance, and that helps a lot. So hopefully we'll all have the same ads. But that being said, this movie is available on like every streaming platform that has free movies. So this is available on Tubi, Freevee, Crackle, Redbox, literally on everything. So it's definitely not going to be a hard one to watch. Before we get started, I always like to ask, what have you been watching? If you have been on my channel recently, then you'll notice that I have been watching The Fall of the House of Usher, which is on Netflix, and it is the new Mike Flanagan series, and it stars Bruce Greenwood. I am in love with that series and have already watched the first 6 episodes. I actually just started episode 7 earlier and will be watching that. I think there's only 8 episodes in the series. It might be 10, but I did not look at the episode list because I did not want to be spoiled for anything. But I am watching that and it is so good. So if you decide to give it a watch, definitely come back to the channel because I do have those videos dropping, and my goal is to drop 2 recap also filled with Easter eggs every other day or so until next week. So it's been a while since I've actually done full recaps of a series. I think the last series that I actually made it all the way through was Swarm, and that I was able to recap every single episode. I still have to finish Queen Charlotte. I watched Queen Charlotte several times now, but I just haven't finished those videos, so I apologize in advance. But yeah, let me know in the comments, what have you been watching lately? What's been keeping you up at night? There's also a bunch of other movies that I've been watching that I may drop some reviews for the channel. Fair Play on Netflix. I watched that. That was pretty good. Starring Phoebe from Bridgerton. She plays Daphne. I watched this movie called The Mill, which stars Little Rel Howery. was interesting. It was interesting. I have thoughts, so we'll see. And I watched The Burial. Near Oscar worthy performances. I would say definitely Oscar worthy, but I feel as though, you know, I don't know that it was as hard hitting as maybe some other projects that have been out this year, but top tier, top of the line performances by Jamie Foxx, Tommy Lee Jones, Journey Smollett, amazing. So if you haven't checked out The Burial on Amazon, I definitely would recommend that. But I have taken up enough of our time this evening, and hopefully the sound is coming in clear. Hey, Mom, are you coming in clear? Hey, Mom, am I coming in clear? Brownie points if you know what movie that's from. So I'm just going to pin this in our comments. And do a 30-second pause while we cue up the video. Oh, thanks, love. Good to know that I'm coming in clear. Good to know that. All right. I'm going to drop that. And so here we go. Hopefully you have an opportunity to queue up the movie. Mine is sitting on an ad ready for me to hit play. But as always, happy Monday. Happy Monday, Mona Love. How are you doing? Hope your Monday has been fantastic. You ever have those days when you maybe had a break, you had maybe like a longer break off of work than you thought, maybe a 3-day weekend or something, and you thought you were going to get all this rest and relaxation, and then work hits on Monday and you're like, you feel like you've been hit by a freight train or something, like what in the world has happened? I do not feel well rested. That's kind of how I'm feeling today. I'm like, I need a break from the break because the break was not breaking the way that I needed it to. But yes, happy Monday. All right, I'm not going to keep us going. Let's go ahead and get into this. And I'm going to try not to cry. If I run and get a pillow, then you know I'm really scared. Okay, so it says I have 7 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm going to pause. You said you were late because you were watching Fall of the House of Usher. It's so good. You have 1 episode left. I have 2 left. But hopefully I'm not going to be too exhausted and can hopefully find some time to drop the next 2 recaps for episodes 3 and 4 no later than Wednesday. No later than Wednesday. So I'm thinking, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then be done Sunday. And then maybe we can have like a full-on like live discussion. Because I'm loving the series right now. It's so good. Okay. Without further ado, here we go. Prom night. I don't know on a scale of Carrie and A Nightmare on Elm Street. I don't know where this lies at all. I have no frame of reference for what this is going to be like. So if I cry, don't judge me. This building looks like something out of The Walking Dead. These kids have not learned the cardinal rule of sticking together. They really said every man for himself. See, this is how I know I never saw this movie. I had no clue that Leslie Nielsen was in this. Asbestos everywhere. Lead paint. Somebody gonna fall through through the ceiling. I don't know if there's gonna be a killer who's gonna jump out and get somebody, but I will say this: this is definitely one of those movies that, because of how quiet it is at the beginning and it's using silence, I would have opted to not put the credits at the beginning and just let like the title card like flash at the end or something. Like make it more immersive, like you're actually watching all of this happening. That little girl with them pigtails, she looks like the little girl from Matilda or the little girl from Bad Seed. Nancy. That was the little girl's name. Right? See, I don't know. It's something about being black. I don't know. I just feel like there's certain games you don't play. Like you grow up knowing you don't mess with stuff like this. You better start swinging. You better fight back. She gonna fall down some stairs. No, evil children. She said that's what we used to be on the boxes. I'll never tell. Oh, rest in peace, Brittany Murphy. I mean, dang. Why do kids don't even look like they're from the same time period? Oh, this is definitely some Jason Voorhees, Mrs. Voorhees type stuff. Or maybe I'm just jaded. I've seen too many. Let's jump to that. They just jump. They just snap. And I'm gonna just take a gander that the little girl with the pigtails, Kelly, she's gonna be the one who grows up to be Jamie Lee Curtis because she was the one who cried. Oh, no, she'll be the sister, right? Oh, not you, not you, not even gonna let her see her child. I got a commercial break. I'm 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 so perplexed. But I'm thinking, first of all, you don't want to be blaming kids, but first thing I'm asking is, why did y'all leave my child? I don't care that you my child, you're my son and my daughter. Why did you leave your sister out here, out in these woods, in the streets? We got ads. 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 Okay, Natasha Leone. All right, so back from my ad, but I will say I love the fact that it looks like they show you your ad breaks in on Amazon. So it looks like I only have 4 more ad breaks left. So that's really nice. Really, really nice. I think when I was little and I would see like the little cherub faces on like in cemeteries or on like different like statues and stuff, I think I thought they were real heads. I was a very deeply troubled child. You're back. So was that their siblings? I think they were younger. I don't know. Let's find out. 6 years later. He feels guilty. He said it was his fault. Okay, what is the age difference between these kids? And how old is Jamie Lee supposed to be? The teens was looking over this hell in the 70s and 80s. It has to be the hair. I have a couple of students who might look old, but it's most of them definitely don't look this old. If she just talking about some who are you and just hopped in the car with them, that's weird. That's definitely the little girl with the pigtails. Mm. Don't she look a little like Liv Tyler? Or not Liv Tyler. She looks like can't think of her name right now, but the actress who is in the Princess Diaries, not my brain, the best friend. My brain is not functional right now. That boy can't dance. Some guy forgot so fast on the disco floor. You said Taylor Swift vibes. Okay, I see that. I can see that. I can see that. He do. Where'd he go? Oh, I know she didn't. Pop that girl in her mouth. All right, who is Unibrow supposed to be? Oh, how weird is that? That she's friends with the girl. She's friends with the girl who killed her sister. This is some weird mess. You think it's the bad boy? Okay, so Jamie said, I'm getting it. Whole friend group is ops. I mean, I'm thinking, okay, it could be the dad, it could be the mom, it could be the brother. I'm doubting it's her, but I don't think it's any one of the kids. Then I'm wondering, did the guy who got caught up in it, could it be like he had a kid? Those definitely look like man hands. Where are the teachers? And then like all the girls are just watching her get held down like that. Like I just can't get over the lack of like dialogue and acting. I mean, I know horror movies are typically very subdued, but feel like my brain is like not even working right now. Why is this a commercial with cats' heads on human bodies? He got patches on the butt crack of his jeans. He just suspends somebody indefinitely just by just telling them. Okay, I'm definitely picking up on the like references from like Scream to this. All these kids with all this curly hair and they just all look the same to me. I'm not trying to be funny. I like Jamie Lee, but for the life of me, I just can't comprehend that this is the woman who got an Oscar before Angela Bassett. No, 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 no shade, no shade, no tea. I killed your sister? Oh, I know y'all. And they got the nerve to talk about what the folks be wearing nowadays. I mean, these kids are really sitting here hanging out with this girl's family after they killed her. Like it's nothing. It got to be a plot. She just gonna go outside with her boobs hanging out. Oh, disco madness. I was wondering what that sign said earlier. Okay, we are like 40 minutes in and ain't nobody died but the little girl. Hmm. She looks a little like Laura Linney. I'll say the one thing that I love about movies now in since the 2000s is how they use the background props to leave Easter eggs. I feel like that's a fairly new invention in film. And every time there's a close up of something in a film, if it doesn't have anything to do with like an Easter egg or a plot detail, then I'm always disappointed. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm yawning. It's because nobody's died yet. 43 minutes into the movie, and nobody's died. Almost halfway at the halfway point. Kill somebody. Just so burned, and I was worried. I know, right? It's making me think that it's gonna be like everybody's gonna die in the last like 10 minutes of the movie. I'm guessing she was talking to the Lou guy. This is making me appreciate Friday the 13th a little bit more. She looks like a soccer mom about to go out to her 10-year anniversary dinner. Still trying to figure out, is she supposed to be older than them kids or younger than them kids? Because I could have swore she looked like she was taller than that other little girl. Yeah, you little evil moppet. Okay, you think that she's older? Okay. Which, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but yet it's a little weird. So I'm on a commercial break, and I got the Lady Gaga commercial. Sorry. Is that ludicrous? And Brie Larson? So you can tell I haven't seen any of those fast movies in a minute. I forgot that she was in there. Okay, anyway, back to Lady Gaga. Is it just me, or in that commercial, is she starting to look a little bit more like Marilyn Manson? Okay, I just like uh, no shade. Okay, now see, I ain't feeling windy, but I'm gonna tell you what. That's an outfit. Okay, this she got the dress. I mean, the way she's smoking that cigarette is like a soccer mom. Like she tired. Her three kids just drove her insane all day, so she got to smoke the cigarette to calm her nerves. She really getting in this car full of these dudes. Oh, you said you got to add. Okay, I'm a pause. I'm a pause for the cause. Well, thank you so much for joining us for the halfway point of Prom Night 1980, starring Jamie Lee Curtis and Leslie Nielsen. Right now, the movie is at a very sleepy pace, which is not mixing well with the fact that I have been awake since 5:45 this morning. But I feel like we're going to pick up more steam in the second half. Do I sound like a sports announcer? Oh no, my streamer fell. Very professional. Thank you, darling. Good enough for me. It's good enough. It's good enough for me. Yeah, 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 yeah. You back? Okay. All right. So here we go. Back with prom night. Aw. At least he gave her a nice little compliment. The phone book. I remember the days of the phone book. trying to find my friends' numbers in the phone book, trying to think about what their parents' names might have been, trying to go by their last name and think about what neighborhood they lived in, what street they probably lived on. Uh-oh. They found the 4 Black students in the whole town and made sure to put them right in the middle of the dance sequence. It's like we gotta have some rhythm going on here. I'm missing something. Oh, okay. You said just why. I just why. I still ain't figured out why this girl is with this boy. With some leather pants on at prom. You said she needed it's the whole basketball team. You know what? That takes me back. It does take me back to I think my first year of high school, first or second year of high school was like the last year that like kids could smoke on campus. And there was like a whole smoking section outside in between one of the buildings and the cafeteria where the smokers would stand and smoke. I feel like it was my freshman year. Mm-mm. Amy said, I'm serving face. I'm serious with this. They really sat here and said, um, we got to make sure we have a full blown music video out of this movie. So, Jamie, we need you to go ahead and give us a good, cool 5 minutes. I feel like she gonna throw her leg out the way she kicking. You said American Bandstand, giving Grease 79 Saturday Night Fever. I mean, she just looks like her facial expressions just look like she's just trying so like she's serious. She said there is a talent scout here in the crowd and they might see me. So I gotta put my all into it. And I won't know that I'm good until I slip and break a bone. If I throw my hip, then I make it. Okay, she said, I'm about to show up and show out in this red dress. And how was he even allowed to be at prom? Because he was a whole suspended from school for like indefinitely. He looked like he a full-time truck driver with 6 kids and a little woman out in the woods somewhere. That's what it's supposed to be. We supposed to be watching scary movies, but we about an hour in, and so far ain't nobody died since the very first person in an off-screen death that we didn't see. But you know, here we go. Here we go. The foundation of the rules. But girl, honey, you could have made ill. He is like he is slobbing on her neck, boy, hard. She looked like she need a wet wipe. Cue the. This is a good. If we were later in the '80s, this would be a good spot for a Debbie Gibson song to start playing. Is this granny behind shot that we just got? Thank you for the review. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed that movie, by the way. I'm so disappointed. Dang. Exactly. And they're gonna show off the boobs of the girl who was afraid to give it up in the locker room. How fair is that to that poor actress? Oh, it's a commercial. I have a commercial break. I will say, I don't know if you guys are picking up on my sound right now because my headphones aren't working here, but I don't want to unplug them because I don't know how it will affect my mic. They're working, it's just very faint. So I put the movie on my phone. See, this is why I don't do the thing where people sometimes like show the movie because look, it's just all shine. It's just all shine. You can't see anything. You can't see anything. But I will say it's very gratifying to know that even though I started it here and I have it here, the commercial breaks are the same. Not the same commercials, but the same breaks. And that's good. Popo, parents, all the adults in the room, nobody is help poor Kelly. And poor Kelly was the only one who cared about poor Robin. But I have to know, have you seen the commercial, the Little Caesars commercial with the guy who has the lucky chair strapped to his back? Because you know what that made me think of, right? If you haven't seen it, there's a Little Caesars commercial with a guy who has his lucky chair strapped to his back. And it's definitely giving killer sofa killer sofa vibes. Okay. Is your break is over? All right. Here we go. I think I got one more break. Oh, somebody is getting in. She gave it up. She gave it up, boy. After she said he was bad for her diet. Met him. She just met him. Did not know his name. Oh, she's real adventurous, boy. He must have did a good job because she's excited. She's like, let's go for round two. Which one was she? Well, I guess it was only four of them, so she was the second girl who like said, or the first girl who Wendy or whatever her name is made promise that she wasn't going to tell. I'll never tell. I'm sorry. I'm hearing sounds and my parts are out. I'm on high alert. Oh, I don't want bro to go out without his glasses. That's a hard way to go. Like to go and not be able to see. Just let him have his glasses on. That is one of my worst fears. I want to be I can have my glasses going. She knew about his secret stash and everything. What in the world? You say he won't see it coming. Wonder sometimes, like they smoking that real bud. Like, is that some real herb? Oh, he can't see. Oh, he's gonna drive off the bluffs. Oh, definitely not doing any of this. Is anybody paying attention to what's going on? You risking your whole life. Yeah, he didn't see it. He didn't see it. Dang. Did. Hey. I mean, he just got everybody kissing up on her. He did. He did. What was his name? Seymour? Was it Seymour? R.I.P. to that man. He gave it his all. Girl, you don't need no more mascara. You got all the mascara on. What you mean? You got all the eyeliner and everything. He's doing a horrible job at this. He is sucking. It's amazing how much they borrowed from Carrie for this movie. And there is a literal room behind her. This movie has 16 minutes left. I really was sitting here thinking that I was going to be scared. But maybe it's because we've been watching The Fall of the House of Usher. Maybe that's what it is. Nice shoes he got on. He look like he about to hit the dance floor. Do a little dance. Make a little love. Get down tonight. Okay. She put up a little bit of a fight, boy. She ran to the door with the lock, though. You're getting kicked out of the friend group, okay? Feelings. I thought we were gonna get some Michael Myers type tease. You know, it's Jamie Lee Curtis, the Scream Queen herself. They ain't spring for no score. We ain't getting no don diegetic sounds, no nothing to enhance. Is that paint? Down. All right. I got my last commercial break. I like how you said this is the starter kit. Um, what is Lord, what is the name of that movie? I'm trying to remember the name of that movie. Um, Ice Cream Man with Clint Howard. Now I remember that, and that was scary. Or like the Toolbox Murders. Like my dad had like the weirdest like slasher movie collection with like hardcore slasher, like something I should not have been watching when I was like 9 and 10 years old. But I somehow missed prom night. And here it was. I'm thinking I was getting something that was going to be super scary. I'm sad. This isn't even as scary as Attack of the Killer Clowns. Now, that kind of had me shook a little bit when I was a kid. And there's only 10 minutes left in this movie, and the killer still has to kill, oh boy, Jamie Lee Curtis's boyfriend Nick. Okay, I'm pausing. Let me know when you are where I am. But that said, my timer is slightly off by like 10 seconds. I gotta let my timer play. I am not watching the movie yet, but my timer is off and it's going to bother me. There we go. Beautiful. Well, hopefully you are enjoying tonight's watch of Prom Night 1980. So far, not as scared as I thought I was going to be at all. Want want. But I'm gonna chalk it up to, the progression of special effects and filmmaking in the last 43 years since this movie has been out, and to the fact that I have been watching The Fall of the House of Usher, which is definitely scarier than this, even though it's not super scary. And maybe that has made me a little bit jaded, which should prepare me a little bit better for next week's watch. Now, do I remember what we're watching next week? Not at all. Not a lick. Not even remotely. Okay, next week's watch is Symphony, which is supposed to be super scary. and then Halloween. But I don't know. We may have to switch out Halloween after this one. We may have to switch out Halloween after this one because I don't know if I'll be prepared. Jamie took an L with this one, so I may have to just be like, next. Right. Are we ready to start back? Oh yeah, we better go ahead. It's gonna be 11 o'clock before this is over. It was supposed to be just the first one, the original one, but I haven't watched any of the other ones. I think three. I think I watched three. One and three. I don't know how I skipped two. Oh, and the one with LL Cool J. I did see that one. Was that Halloween 2000? I did not see the most recent one though. Speaking of which, hello there, lady. Welcome. So glad you could swing by. Stupid is they really put on like one of those tuxedo t-shirts. Still not understanding how you said okay, the 78 one is your favorite. Okay. I we gonna see. That's the one we're supposed to be watching is the OG, is the OG one. I'm still trying to figure out because I thought that you're supposed to announce the prom king and queen like at prom, not that they already know. Dang. How he get slapped that easily and pass out? And she don't see all that, she don't hear all that. She don't hear none of that. Just looks so beefy and sweaty and like he fell off the back of somebody's truck when he was little. What happened to the basketball team? They were in there dancing and getting their groove on. Me too. We're not about to say you're not about to trap us up in here. Did he get electrocuted? Falling down the stairs, girl. You need to leave him. He's dead weight. Literally. Oh, he broke an ankle. I mean, he could definitely dying because he's weak. And she's stronger than him on any given day in heels. I mean, for as long as she's sitting there with this saw waiting, like she just looking to see what's gonna happen. Okay. Use the blunt end and just knock them both out if you that skittish that you're gonna hit the wrong one. Aw, girl, you just oh yes, it's your brother. Oh, he can walk now? Oh, he can walk now. Oh, she must have got him good, boy. Mhm. Oh, they got that shot all up in his nostrils. Seriously? Seriously? Seriously, that's really how it's going to end. Y'all, I am perturbed. I am perturbed. That was really how it ended. Well, and so we reached the end of Prom Night, starring Leslie Nielsen, who disappears, and Jaime Lee Curtis. What am I hitting? I don't know. I'm hitting on. So all of the rest of that was just circumstantial. None of the rest of it really mattered because it was just all circumstantial. The other guy who ended up getting paralyzed was in a catatonic state. Right. Well, you know, I guess in light of the fact that we're in the middle of the month, it's kind of good to not have something super, super scary to ease us in to next week. Symphony. I think Symphony is supposed to be like actually scary. And it has um an 83% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's got a 3 out of 5 on Letterboxd, and it says it's a Clubhouse horror anthology. So we shall see. All right, well, that's it. It's past our normal time. I'm going to call it a night because I am sad. But Mona, I appreciate that you said you knew that it was not scary, but you didn't want to ruin it for me just in case I ended up being a bigger punk. Um, if you look, great question. If you look in the on the community page, I try to post. Sometimes I do better than others, but I try to post um, every week and announce the movie of the week. Sometimes we vote. For this month, I just picked a bunch of movies, and um, if you I'll repost again. But for next week, it's a movie called Symphony, and it is a horror anthology. It's available on Tubi. And usually at the beginning of the stream, I will say like where the movie is that we're watching. I try to pick one that's available on a free site. Um, Symphony, I believe, is available on Tubi, Roku, everything else, I think you have to purchase it, but it's available free on Tubi, so that's probably where we'll watch it. And I don't even know how I stumbled upon that one. I think it had the most interesting artwork out of all of the ones. I was literally just scrolling on Tubi and trying to find free movies that we could watch that looked interesting and that were less than an hour and a half, because that's usually my like I try to pick something less than an hour and a half so that we can easily get everything done since it is so late. But once we hit the end of October, we'll be back to like some of our regularly scheduled, just like drama-filled movies, and we kind of go back and forth. So yeah, that's a long a long explanation to say that I will go ahead and schedule the stream so that you can click on the notification. So if you check the page tomorrow, you should see the stream for next week, and you can click on the notification, and I'll also resend out the message on the community feed. But next week, Monday night, 9 o'clock, we are going to be watching Symphony, and it's like Symphony. It's on Tubi. So I hope you can join us. And it's Sonia or Sonia? Sonia? We sure I don't know why my brain is not working right today. All these names, Sonia. Okay. Okay, all these names ending with A's, Kwana, Mona. All right. Well, yes, have a great rest of the week. Have a great rest of the week, guys. I will be dropping the recaps of the Fall of the House of Usher. This is when I know it's bedtime. Fall of the House of Usher on Wednesday for episodes 3 and 4, and then 5 and 6, and then 7 and 8 on Sunday. So we'll have plenty to do and talk about later. But I'll see you guys next week. Okay, it's been fun. Toodles.